ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní ibi education tó fẹ́ ní ibi health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́ ní ohun kan náà fẹ́ ní ẹwà náà fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀sùnkùn ìran rẹ nígbà yìí mo kọ́ọ̀pù tí ẹ gbà ní lórí ẹni mo rí. àfáàrí náà wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní wọ́n lọ ọmọ wa lára lórí ọmọ ìdá nù wọn. kódà tí Nàìjíríà máa ń bá bọ́ọ̀lù tí a bá yẹ ọmọ wa lójú wọn fún ẹyẹ bí ẹni eré pa ẹgbẹ́ nìyẹn ní gbogbo nǹkan kò sẹ́ni gbẹ́dọ̀ kò sí pa lẹ́yìn ọkọ ẹ̀ lè ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbà kò sí náà kò sómi ó fóònù ọ̀nà lọ ọdún mẹ́fà àwọn òní sí ewu kó pàrọ̀ àdúgbò kan. wọ́n náà na Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu sọ̀kún ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní education tó fẹ́ ní health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́ ní ohun kan náà fẹ́ ní ẹwà náà fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀sùnkùn ìran rẹ nígbà yìí mo kọ́ọ̀pù tí ẹ gbà ní wọlé ní mo rí. àfáàrí náà wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n lọ ọmọ wa lára lórí ọmọ ìdá nù wọn. kódà tí Nàìjíríà máa bá bọ́ọ̀lù tí a bá yẹ wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn ẹyẹ géèmù eré pa ẹfẹ́ nìyẹn ní gbogbo nǹkan kò sí ní kò sí pa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ sí kò lè rí òkú lọ fúngbà ìṣúná kò sí omi wọ́n bóòlù ọ̀nà lọ ọdún mẹ́fà àwọn òní sí ewu kó pàrọ̀ àdúgbò kan. wọ́n náà na Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu sọ̀kún ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní education tó fẹ́ ní health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́ ní ohun kan náà fẹ́ ní ẹwà náà fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀sùnkùn ìran rẹ nígbà yìí mo kọ́ọ̀pù tí ẹ gbà ní wọlé ní mo rí. àfáàrí náà wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ tó ní wọ́n lọ ọmọ wa lára lórí ọmọ ìdá nù wọn. kódà tí Nàìjíríà bá gbọ́ bọ́ọ̀lù tí a bá yẹ gèdè níwà náà tó máa sọ ẹyẹ géèmù eré pa ẹfẹ́ nìyẹn ní gbogbo nǹkan kò sẹ́ni gbẹ́dẹ̀ kò sí pa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ sí kò lè rí òkú lọ fúngbà kò sí náà kò sómi wọ́n bóòlù ọ̀nà lọ ọdún mẹ́fà àwọn ọ̀dọ́ sí ewu kó pàrọ̀ àdúgbò kan. wọ́n náà na Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu sọ̀kún ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní education tó fẹ́ ní health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́ ní ohun kan náà fẹ́ ní ẹwà náà fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀sùnkùn ìran rẹ nígbà yìí.
This is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2020. For sure that we will still be around by tomorrow. Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said, president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023? How are you sure? Can you swear? I pray there will be, so don't misquote me. But are you sure? Are you sure?
wọ́n náà na Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu sọ̀kún ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní education tó fẹ́ ní health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́ ní ohun kan náà fẹ́ ní ẹwà náà fẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀sùnkùn ìran rẹ nígbà yìí mo kọ́ọ̀pù tí ẹ gbà ní wọlé ní mo rí. àfáàrí náà wá sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní wọ́n lọ ọmọ wa lára lórí ọmọ ìdá nù wọn. kódà tí Nàìjíríà máa bá bọ́ọ̀lù tí a bá yẹ ọmọ wa náà tó wà fún ẹyẹ géèmù eré pa ẹfẹ́ nìyẹn ní gbogbo nǹkan kò sẹ́ni gbẹ́dẹ̀ kò sí pa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ ẹ̀ lè ní òkú lọ fúngbà kò sí ìṣínà kò sómi ó fóònù ọ̀nà lọ ọdún mẹ́fà àwọn òní sí eruku pàrọ̀ àdúgbò tó. wọ́n lọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu sunkún ẹ̀rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ ní education tó fẹ́ ní health infrastructure wọ́n fẹ́.
The story of the Nigerian youth. As a child, I was told I was lucky to be born a Nigerian. I was told that my land flowed with milk and honey and that we were the giants of Africa. I was told that we represented the black race and that my country was on the path to greatness. Some of my schools had doors, windows and some tables, while some had no doors, no windows, no tables and no form of electricity. I could hardly hear my teachers over the din of Lagos generator. I was promised books that never came and taught by those who themselves needed teaching. This was my foundation. I started life disadvantaged through no fault of mine. My parents made me promises based on the promises the government made to them. I was told that blackouts would soon be a thing of the past. I was told that water was coming to my area. I was told that the roads in my neighborhood would soon be tarred. I stood under the sun to thank the governor for using taxpayers' money to give my school some tables. He carried me up and in a loud voice said, "This is the future of Nigeria." They all said I was the future, but their actions clearly showed they didn't believe there was a future. As I prepared for university, I found out that no matter how hard I worked, that my name, religion, and the part of Nigeria that I came from mattered more than my hard work. My parents never told me that it was more important to buy handouts than to read. They never told me I was the object of my lecturer's affection. They never told me that a 4-year program could take 6 years. They never told me that some of my lecturers were the grandmasters of the confraternities. I was not told that it was easier to save money to pay for whatever grades I wanted than to read for the grades. I am now a graduate despite and in spite of it all. 2020 is here and I am searching for Vision 2020. I guess they never knew 2020 would come so soon. I still don't have water. My roads are still not tarred, and yes, I can still hear the generators humming away. The 5-year-old APC government says I should blame the previous PDP government, so I look for all the umbrella-carrying politicians. But lo and behold, they are all carrying brooms now. What to do? Umbrella or broom? Broom and umbrella. I need a job. This is who I am. I am the Nigerian youth. I am not lazy, neither am I corrupt. I could compete globally if I had the right tools. My Nigerian education has not prepared me for the world in which I live in. I would work if the jobs were available. I would farm if the farmlands were safe, if I had guaranteed off-takers for my produce, or if I had access to processing facilities within my area. I could start an online business if I had access to steady power, good and affordable internet, money to buy a laptop, or access to a techno park with shared services within my district. There are so many things I could do if my government would provide the enabling environment for me to thrive. I've been meaning to tell you that your minimum wage doesn't cover my monthly transportation. You have said that the Nigerian youth will drive agricultural revolution, but conveniently forgot to mention that farmers are being killed every day. You have now promised to enlist 1 million Nigerian youth into the army to fight Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram that was created by a politician who roams the streets of Abuja freely, while tens of thousands have been killed and millions displaced. The same war that other nations use one precision-guided missile to end, while my government shares contracts for the supply of bullets and AK-47s. Daily, I see videos of our troops fainting because they lack water, pushing their armored personnel carriers or protesting one thing or the other. Sorry, but this is not the kind of job I want. I will consider enlisting only when I see your children enlisted and in the front lines. Those of you who created Boko Haram should bring your children back from Europe and America to fight Boko Haram. Your war, their fight.
Well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable for them. I'm not talking of violence, but bringing pressure to bear to make it uncomfortable for them. They will go out of the way. Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong, it's for your generation to do it better. And don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the cripple. You're on the same time, you will be on the same ground, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about a change. And you can bring about a change if you get the critical mass of people that are ready to slug it out. I always say, when people say, hey, well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable for them. I'm not talking of violence, but bringing pressure to bear to make it uncomfortable for them. They will go out of the way. Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel this. Now, you see,
which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Which is it?
Okay, we're back again as usual until we get it right. That is when we will not stop trying everything to make sure that we continue. Láti máa bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa, and I say a very good afternoon and welcome once again into the conversation. My name is Olawumi Koiki, and we're live a bit on the 6th of April 2022 as we continue to tell our people the reason why we need a Yoruba nation. I can understand that some of you are concerned because of the love you have for Nigeria. But one thing you have to remember is the same love that you have for Nigeria, I'm not sure Nigeria have that same love for you. And that is why today we are saying that we are better off out of Nigeria than to be in Nigeria. It doesn't matter what program or what you have felt about the feelings on Nigeria. It is now time for us to be truthful with ourselves that Nigeria is not going to work because it's not designed to work. The country you call Nigeria has a lot of stakeholders. And there are millions of people that are the stakeholders of Nigeria. That is why Pastor Enoch Adeboye last week Sunday said 80% of the income of Nigeria is no longer in the hands of Nigerians, but only some few individuals. Who are these individuals and why is it that the 80% income revenue that is meant to come into Nigeria is being held by few individuals? Why do you think so? Why do you think that 80% of your income as a country is now in the hands of individuals? Who are these individuals? Are they politicians? Are they the Western world? Are they the churches, the mosque, the religious, traditional ones that we have? Àwọn wo gangan ní 80% yẹn? Who do you think are part of this 80%? If I may ask you that is watching us from wherever you are around the globe. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. But a lot of people do not want to believe that Nigeria will break. And I can understand how you feel when people like us come out and say Nigeria wants to break. You know, it makes you so angry. It makes your blood to boil. Where do you have this guts to come and tell me, the citizen of Nigeria, that Nigeria is going to break? Where? Imbolotini got here. Oh, ni right. Lots of fun. When Nigeria might break. Yeah, but like in Nigeria, can get out. I'm sure some of you are saying that. But there, but like Nigeria, can get out. Get out. Go to Nigeria. If in Nigeria left our what I like in Nigeria. But we know that those of you saying that is because you don't have a clue what it means to be out of Nigeria. Teba understand into mean pé èyàn fẹ́ sí nínú Nigeria. You will be part of those that will be asking us to get out of Nigeria as quickly as possible. I'm not joking. I'm serious. If only you know what it means. Eshegoni, one petition is going on. Okay, I think the streaming is getting a little bit heavy with the, because we're running on it to Facebook. So I'm gonna drop one down. I think it'll be the problem to us. So we're gonna take off the Facebook Odudua out of the picture. So Eshegoni intend she shared the very well in Akure. We're just still running a test, and like I said, this is not a full program. It's just a test, nothing more than that. once again, the country you love so much will eventually break away. And that will be so painful to those that wants to keep it. The country you love so much is going to break. And it's going to break so fast. Very, very fast. The country you love so much is breaking away in the eyes of so many of you. Like I said, this is just a test transmission. It's not a full program. As we continue to monitor all the platforms that we're streaming from. So, but one thing is, we must not give up. We must not give up at all until we rescue our people. I know where the problem is now. As soon as we go live on all the platforms, it drops the internet upload completely. It will get itself back on again on YouTube because I can see that it's green. But because we are running on so many things, so we're going to have to increase the speed of the internet, definitely. So we are running so much on the upload that we don't have enough. So anyway, that's all I can tell us. Let us not give up. Ẹkúṣẹ́ ní Abẹ́òkúta, ẹkúṣẹ́ ní Ondo State, ẹkúṣẹ́ ní Ọ̀yọ́ State, ní Lagos State, ní Kogi, ní Kwara, ní Èkìtì, ní Ọ̀ṣun. Let's continue to go and sign the petition. Let's go and sign that petition because it is the only thing that can save us right now from the evil country you call Nigeria. It's an evil country. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup. And it will eventually break as quickly as possible. We must break it now before it breaks more of us. It's better that we break Nigeria before Nigeria breaks us. Because Omar Dwegon Toba Lokon family tiẹ̀. Omar Dwegon ni kò bá má jẹ́ family tèmi ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. And that is why we are saying that we can still end it now. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń lọ sign petition, ẹ má give up. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí rẹ̀wẹ̀sì kó kó sí lára pé ẹ mọ̀bi tó dé àbí whatever, however. Don't allow that. I'm coming back again. I'm going to go on a short interlude and then we'll come back on again.
You, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I would be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong. It's for your generation to do it better. And don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the cripple. You're on the same time, you will be on the same ground, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about a change. And you can bring about a change if you get the critical mass of people that are ready to slug it out. I always say, when people say, hey, well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to make them go out of the way. They won't voluntarily go out of the way. You have to make it uncomfortable for them. I'm not talking of violence, but bringing pressure to bear to make it uncomfortable for them. They will go out of the way. Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong.
Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni yóò tọwọ́ bọ ìwé Yorùbá ń fẹ́ òmìnira. Ohun tí àwọn ń wí yìí fẹ́ gbọ́ ni wípé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó fẹ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú ni wọ́n yóò tọwọ́ bọ ìwé náà. Mo rọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi wípé tí a bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ referendum, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni kó tọwọ́ bọ ìwé ìdádúró Yorùbá. Mo fi Elédùmarè ṣẹ̀rí, Yorùbá kò ní ja ogun. Àwọn ògo Yorùbá yóò jí dìde padà sípò. Ẹ kúrò nínú ọ̀jẹ̀lú ọmọ Yorùbá, ilé yá o. Ẹ̀yin rẹ́bẹ̀njẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ sọ pé oko ẹrú Nàìjíríà ló wù yín, ẹ ṣe làákàyè tí ẹ ń jẹ́ kí àwọn olóṣèlú Yorùbá máa forí yín gba pàrọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ìjọba arúmọjẹ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ gbọ́ mi ná, ká kàwé, ká má ríṣẹ́, ìfipábánisùn, ìjínigbé, ìpànìyàn, gbígba owó ìtanràn, ìfi màálù jẹnilóko owó gbọ́múlé láǹtà. Hábà, ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jí kúrò nínú èdì tí ìsopọ̀ Nàìjíríà kó wa sí. Ẹ jí kúrò nínú èdì tí àwọn olóṣèlú fi ń tàn yín. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a jọ sowọ́pọ̀ ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan kúrò nínú oko ẹrú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú Yorùbá fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá dẹrú ní ilẹ̀ wa ni? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ kí Yorùbá náà tún dàbí Haúsá ní ilẹ̀ ní wọn? Ètò àti ìfẹ́ Uthman Dan Fodio náà ló sì wà lọ́wọ́ tí ìjọba Nàìjíríà tó ń gbèrò àti mú wá sí ìmúṣẹ pé kí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ tàwọn. Ṣé àwọn mẹ́yà tí aláwọ̀ tí ìmọ̀ pariwo bẹ́ẹ̀? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ dìde ẹ ronú. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ dé ilẹ̀ ògo wa. Nígbà tí àwọn Fúlàní gba ilẹ̀ àti ìlú àwọn Haúsá tán, ni wọ́n bá fi ara wọn jẹ olórí ìlú gbogbo. Àwọn ọmọ àti olùtẹ̀lé Dan Fodio ló sì ń lo ìgbàdòní ní ilẹ̀ Àrẹwà àti Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. Láṣẹ ń ké tantan pé ilé tiwa ti tó lọ, àwa ń lọ. Ogun ti yí Yorùbá po. Ẹ̀yin gómìnà, chairman orí adé gbogbo, ẹ ò sì fúnra. Ewu ń bẹ nínú igbó Yorùbá gbogbo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọlọ́kadà tí ń bẹ ládùúgbò yín, irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. Àwọn ṣúṣàìnà ń kọ́, irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. Àwọn mẹ̀gáàdì yín gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. Bí 20 ọdún sẹ́yìn ni mo ti ń ké tantan fún Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin ẹ lọ ra àwọn rẹ́kọ̀dù mi gbogbo. Orísun Yorùbá ìkíní ìkejì, ìtànlú Ìlọrin, ìbínú Odùduwà láti ẹnu Ìdòwú Adékọ̀gà Babárómi. Yorùbá yóò ní orílẹ̀-èdè tuntun. Kódà yẹ̀kínì kan kò lè yẹ̀. Mo kí Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ ọkọ̀ Dídéolú. Mo kí Moshood Kásìmáwò Ọláwálé Abíọ́lá. Mo kí Cicero ti ìlú Ẹ̀sà Òkè, Ọ̀nkú Bọ́lá Ìgè. Mo kí ọmọ wọn ní Oǹdó Ẹ̀gì, Àbígání ọmọ Fáwẹ̀mí. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá.
Some had no doors, no windows, no tables, and no form of electricity. I could hardly hear my teachers over the din of the Lagos generator. I was promised books that never came and taught by those who themselves needed teaching. This was my foundation. I started life disadvantaged through no fault of mine. My parents made me promises based on the promises the government made to them. I was told that blackouts would soon be a thing of the past. I was told that water was coming to my area. I was told that the roads in my neighborhood would soon be tarred. I stood under the sun to thank the governor for using taxpayers' money to give my school some tables. He carried me up and in a loud voice said, "This is the future of Nigeria." They all said I was the future, but their actions clearly showed they didn't believe there was a future. As I prepared for university, I found out that no matter how hard I work, that my name, religion, and the part of Nigeria that I came from mattered more than my hard work. My parents never told me that it was more important to buy handouts than to read. They never told me I was the object of my lecturer's affection. They never told me that a 4-year program could take 6 years. They never told me that some of my lecturers were the grandmasters of the confraternities. I was not told that it was easier to save money to pay for whatever grades I wanted than to read for the grades. I am now a graduate despite and in spite of it all. 2020 is here and I am searching for Vision 2020. I guess they never knew 2020 would come so soon. I still don't have water. My roads are still not tarred, and yes, I can still hear the generators humming away. The 5-year-old APC government says I should blame the previous PDP government, so I look for all the umbrella-carrying politicians. But lo and behold, they are all carrying brooms now. What to do? Umbrella or broom? Broom and umbrella. I need a job. This is who I am. I am the Nigerian youth. I am not lazy, neither am I corrupt. I could compete globally if I had the right tools. My Nigerian education has not prepared me for the world in which I live in. I would work if the jobs were available. I would farm if the farmlands were safe.
I welcome us back into the broadcast once again. I'm going to open the phone line so that we can speak to our viewers again today. The petition is our paramount conversation. We must continue to sign that petition. www.ominirayoruba2022.org. Let's hear from some of you, maybe just for a few calls, and then let's see as we continue to monitor our streaming. We are finding where the problems are and we are dealing with it bit by bit. And I'm sure within the next few days, everything will be perfect and stable. But for now, let us just say thank you so much to everyone that have been patient with us. Plus 44 74 04. Again, plus 44 74 04 405917. WhatsApp only. WhatsApp only call. WhatsApp only call. That is the number to join the broadcast. Any other number you call will not be picked up. So if you want to be part of the program, whether you want to share something with us, I should program con lálẹ́ àná. I know that yesterday and I said to us that we should be concerned about the situation in Nigeria as it is and as it stands. Just in case you miss the broadcast because we were having technical difficulties with the upload of our platform. But I believe that the platform is running smoothly because we've, it's fluctuating in between because it's trying to still make use of a lot of the other connection. Because I now believe we're running a lot of connections, which definitely is having some kind of impact. So we're just gonna take 1 or 3 calls, and we have the first caller on. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o, akínyẹn kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun o.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín, go ahead. À ń gbọ́ yín.
Mo ń pè láti Germany ni mo ti ń pè.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò sir.
Mi ò ní dárúkọ mi báyìí, ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn fẹ́ kí yín fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tẹ̀ ń ṣe. Ṣé ẹ rí Mr. Koiki? Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ẹ wá mọ̀ wípé Yorùbá máa lọ kò tí ọgbọ́n.
Okay.
A máa gba òmìnira tiwa kò sí ọgbọ́n.
Okay.
Hello?
À ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, mo ò fi interfere ni. À ń gbọ́ yín.
A máa gba òmìnira wa kò tí ọgbọ́n. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń ṣe ìlú yẹn. Ẹ wo bí tọ́pa ìlú yẹn jẹ́ dé tí ọwọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa gan dẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay.
A máa gba òmìnira. Òmìnira máa fúnra ẹ̀ yọjú, ó máa fúnra ẹ̀ gbé ẹ̀ kalẹ̀ ni.
Okay.
Effortlessly, òun la máa gba òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Okay.
Ojú dẹ̀ máa ti gbogbo àwọn àtàwọn ọba o, àtàwọn ìjòyè o, àti gbogbo ẹni tó bá sọ pé àti olóṣèlú tó bá ní oko ẹrú yìí ló fẹ́ fi àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sí. Irọ́ ni wọ́n pa o.
Okay.
Nígbà tó bá délẹ̀, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ò ní lè dúró.
Okay.
Ó dàbí iná tí ó bá bẹ́lẹ̀ ní ibi tí epo rọ̀bì bá wà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa rí kò sẹ́ni tó máa lè dúró fún wọn ò ní lè dúró.
Okay.
Ní tó dá mi lójú dáadáa ni pé òmìnira Yorùbá ó ti súnmọ́, ó ti ń kanlẹ̀kùn, ó dẹ̀ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ láìpẹ́. Ìnira yìí ti pọ̀ jù fún àwọn èèyàn wa. Ìnira yìí ti pọ̀ jù.
Kí làwọn àǹfààní tí a máa rí tá a bá dé ilẹ̀ òmìnira tí à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí? Ṣé bó ṣe máa rí náà ni bá ṣe wà nínú Nàìjíríà náà ló máa rí ni àbí yàtọ̀ máa wà?
Láíláí ìyàtọ̀ wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn àǹfààní ti farahàn nígbà ayé Awólọ́wọ̀ nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Òun ni Yorùbá ṣe jẹ́ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ dúdú tó kọ́kọ́ ní television station. Irú àwọn àǹfààní bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn l'Awólọ́wọ̀ ti fi hàn wá wípé ní tó tọ́ sí àwa ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá. À ń ṣèrò ẹ̀yìn, èrò wájú ni wá. Ní táwọn yẹn filẹ̀ nìyẹn, ní tó fi hàn wá nìyẹn. Ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, àwa ni the first nation to have television station, national television station. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe yẹ kó máa rí ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn. Ìgbà yẹn l'Awólọ́wọ̀ ti filẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ wa ò yẹ kó máa, àwọn òbí ò yẹ kó máa làkàkà, kó máa làágùn jìnnà kí wọ́n tó rán ọmọ lọ síléèwé. Ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́, oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́, gbogbo ẹ̀ bó ṣe wà ní ilẹ̀ níbi táwa wà ń sìn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe yẹ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe fi kalẹ̀ nígbà yẹn.
Okay.
Ṣùgbọ́n èmi mọ̀ pé lágbára Ọlọ́run Èdùmàrè, ojú máa ti àwọn tí wọ́n kó wa papọ̀, tí wọ́n ṣàwá papọ̀, tán da irú pọ̀ mọ́ sàpà, tán dà wá papọ̀ lura wọn. Torí wọ́n ti mọ̀. Hello?
Mo ń gbọ́ yín, à ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Wọ́n ti mọ̀ yín pé n táwọn pè sílẹ̀ nígbà yẹn pé èso tó máa wù náà ní wọ́n mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n àwa ò mọ̀ nígbà yẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ti mọ̀ yín pé nígbà tó bá mú eléyìí tó dà pọ̀ mélèé, tó dé tó dà pọ̀ mélèé, wípé kò lè so èso rere tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú, wọ́n ti mọ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ yín pé divide and rule yẹn làwọn máa wọlé sí abẹ́ kan máa wá jẹ wá ní tọ́sí mọ́ padà wá jẹ wá mọ́lẹ̀ káàkiri bó ṣe ń ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí ẹ wo gbogbo nǹkan ti ń yí padà, gbogbo nǹkan ti ń backfire, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni language tí mo lè lò, gbogbo nǹkan ti ń backfire ń sìn. Ẹ máa kí tọ̀yìn Mr. Koiki, London, UK is the only country tó have our tips all over the world. Mo sorry láti sọ eléyìí.
Okay.
UK is the best and only country ẹ lọ wò. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti bà ìlú wọn jẹ́ ní Sri Lanka, ló bà ìlú wọn jẹ́ ní Pakistan, ló bà ìlú wọn jẹ́ káàkiri. Ẹ lọ wo gbogbo wọn ló ní asset sí London. Ó ṣe wá possible tó yẹ pé London ló ń gba àwọn olè mọ́ra. Àwọn ògbólógbò olè ní Nàìjíríà lénìí tí wọ́n kówó epo tí wọ́n kó gbogbo owó Nàìjíríà lénìí ẹ lọ wò ó asset wọn London ló wà. Cameron, what is the name of this Prime Minister tó sọ pé Nigeria is the fantastic highly corrupt nation.
David Cameron.
After Afghanistan nígbà yẹn.
David Cameron.
Ó mọ̀ wọ́n, ó mọ àwọn tó ń kówó yẹn wá, ó mọ ìdí nìyẹn tá a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé òfin 1914 amalgamation tí wọ́n fi kó wa papọ̀ yẹn. Ìdí nìyẹn tá a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé mọ́ because àwọn tó dálẹ̀ àwọn gan lògbólógbò olè. Àwọn ló kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa, àwọn olóṣèlú wa, àwọn gangan ló fi ìwà olè yìí tí wọ́n fi kọ́ wọn láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀.
Okay.
Ẹ wo problem tá a ní nípa ọ̀rọ̀ border defence now. Ìgbà tí Gowon àbí mi ò mọ president yẹn tó sọ pé we have money but we don't know what to spend it on nígbà yẹn láyé ìgbà yẹn. Lóyè àwọn èèyàn wá rántí tó ní a ní owó ṣùgbọ́n tá a máa ná nílò nílàwà ò mọ̀. Irú owó yẹn tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ti divert ẹ̀ sí border defence ni. Irú èní àwọn Fúlàní tó tán kó wọlé wá láti gbogbo neighboring countries tí ó máa lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Yorùbá máa lọ. Wọ́n ń pariwo, wọ́n ń búramúramù wípé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa. Nígbà tí iná ìbá jó dáadáa, kò sẹ́ni tó máa lè dúró. Ó ti hàn sáwọn èèyàn wá ń sìn wípé ìbò 2023 pé kò lè ṣeé ṣe. Ìgbà irú last year tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn sọ pé kò ṣe possible ní irọ́ ni wọ́n fáwọn èèyàn lówó ṣùgbọ́n ó ti ń torí ẹ̀ báyìí. Àwọn èèyàn ti ń rí i pé ìbò 2023 yẹn ó kẹ́ni tó máa jáde wá campaign. Ó kù point tí ẹni tó fẹ́ campaign tó fẹ́ wá fi campaign ó kù nǹkan tó máa wá jáde wá sọ náà bá ní sọ́nù kò pa. Nǹkan dúró dè nìyẹn. Kí ni APC fẹ́ fi campaign? Kí ni PDP fẹ́ fi campaign? Ọ̀rọ̀ ọdún lẹ́nu àwọn pípù wọ̀nyí mọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọdún lẹ́nu wọn mọ̀. Àwọn gọ́mọ̀ kan wọ́n ti ṣe lórí ẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọdún lẹ́nu wọn mọ̀. Ìtẹ́mi mọ̀ ni pé bí social ṣe ń lọ yìí, bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ yìí, ẹ̀yin ẹ máa wò. Kó tó di August ẹ máa wo tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa.
Ká tó mú August, September ẹ máa wo tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Nígbà àwọn kan ti predict wọ́n ní Buhari ò mà lè gbéjọba lẹ̀ pé ìbò ò ní sí àwọn yẹn rí. Àwọn àfáà ńláńlá àwọn wòlíì ńláńlá tán ti rí tán sọ pé àwọn òrí fọkùnrin máa gbéjọba sílẹ̀. Nítorí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sóhun àwa ọmọ. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́mi mọ̀ ni pé kò ní sí mbẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n bá sọ pé àsìkò tó gbọ́ fún òkun gan ò ní sí mbẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ lọ kọ́ sílẹ̀. Ipò nǹkan ò ní lè rojú láyè dúró kò ní sí mbẹ̀ mọ́. Àmọ́ tọ́lọ́ fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó bá dìgbà yẹn ó dá wa lójú pé kò ní sí mbẹ̀ mọ́.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n.
À ń pàrọwà sí àwọn èèyàn wa kí àwọn èèyàn wa kí wọ́n jọ̀ọ́ kí àwọn Yorùbá kí wọ́n jọ̀ọ́ kí wọ́n ronú àwọn ọmọ wọn kán ronú ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wọn àtọmọmọ tó ń bọ̀ kán jẹ́ ká sacrifice now fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wa ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sign ní petition yìí.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sign ẹ̀, èmi ti sign ní tèmi. Àwọn tí mo mọ̀ mo ti sọ fún wọn ó yá ẹ sign ní kinní. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wa kí wọ́n jọ̀ọ́ kí wọ́n lọ sign ní ẹ̀. Ọjọ́ ọ̀la Nàìjíríà ò ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé. Wípé Nàìjíríà ṣì máa exist ní next year, èmi ò bá yàn kan gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ò lè gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀. Ẹ wo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kaduna Abuja railway kíní. Ẹ wo tá à ń gbọ́ káàkiri, ẹ wo oríṣiríṣi tá à ń gbọ́ káàkiri. Kò tí wá dójú ẹ̀. Ṣé ó ń bọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní ìbáyìí wọn ò ní pẹ́ wọ Àbújá, wọn ò ní pẹ́ gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Buhari. Nígbà tó bá gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Buhari, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́kadà tó ti wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a rò pé ọlọ́kadà ni wọ́n, tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé machinery ni wọ́n, ẹ kàn máa rí ní bí láàárọ̀ òtútù, ẹ kàn máa rí AK-47 lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wọn láàrin ìgboro ni. Àwa di wò mí wọ̀ ọ́. Tí wọ́n á dẹ̀ ti yan administrator tí yẹn á ti resume, tí wọ́n á ti kó sójà àwọn sójà Nàìjíríà tó yẹ pé wọn kì í ṣe sójà Nàìjíríà mọ́, tẹ́kí Boko Haram ní gbogbo wọn. Táwọn yẹn á ti tò sí gbogbo ìgboro. Tá a fẹ́ ṣe.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Àwa ká máa káwọ́ sókè ká máa bẹ̀rù lọ́wọ́. Àwa tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ àdúrà gbà tẹ́lẹ̀, àwa tá a mọ mọ́ṣáláṣí yọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo kiri pé Ọlọ́run gbà wá o. Nígbà tá a pariwo dígbà àbáṣà pé Ọlọ́run gbà wá o. Ìyẹn là á tún wá kò sí tá a tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo ẹ̀. Àtẹnitórí jẹ. Àwọn sójà gan ló máa bọ́ sí gbòòrò ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rèpà àwọn ìyá wa, rèpà àwọn ọmọ, rèpà àwọn obìnrin lójú wa. Wọ́n á máa ṣayé bó ṣe wù wọ́n. Kóìkì kìlọ̀ fún yín. Gbogbo ènìyàn pariwo fún yín, ẹ̀la ẹ̀tìn kẹ́ gbọ́. Yorùbá ẹ̀la ẹ̀tìn kẹ́ gbọ́. Ìwọ̀nba tó ní kálukú bá lè sọ ọ́ sí i. Ó kù sọ́wọ́ àwọn agbọn fúnra wa láti pé ká gba nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ ká gbé yẹ̀wò. Ká dẹ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ní lórí.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Koiki, Ọlọ́run máa.
Thank you very much. That was a very brilliant one to start. Ẹ̀yin náà lè bá wa fohùn méjì sílẹ̀. Again, this is just a test transmission. We want to push it a little bit to say how far. We're dropping down some of our platforms. We're connecting them with a different Wi-Fi. So we're not using the Wi-Fi for streaming. We're only streaming on the Facebook and the YouTube from the system, while we're using the other phones that we're not using the same internet connection. I think is our upload speed is a little bit, fluctuating, and that's why we've been struggling for days now. So I can say that it's green at the moment on the software. To buy green, that means pé on feed that dasita. To buy red, that means pé problem what. But at the moment it's green. And we're just again asking ourselves, do you think that 2023 will solve the problem? I'm asking, I don't know. Maybe some of you know that you might want to tell me. Do you think that 2023 will solve the problem that we are facing presently in Nigeria? Do you think that 2023 will make us a better country? Why not come and tell us, those of you that still believe in one Nigeria? Why do you still believe in one Nigeria? Come and tell us. The line is open. The number is there. +44 74 0440 5917. What gives you the impression that the 2023 general election will bring back hope to Nigeria? What is giving you that impression? Wherever you are, you don't have to be in Nigeria, but what is giving you that hope that 2023 will resolve all the problems that everybody is discussing? On the 8th of April, MAZI NNAMDI KANU will be returning back again to the court after he was kidnapped, almost coming up to a year now. His only crime was he asked for the dissolution of Nigeria peacefully so that the Biafra can leave Nigeria. But rather, the government have decided to go and kidnap him. But we have terrorists operating with impunity in Nigeria today. And the government does not know. They know where they are. Because El Rufai, in one of the videos, they make the phone number. So it's not like they don't know where they are. They know where they are. I was watching people posting a video where they were showing us a drone footage. All that is just gimmick. I told you yesterday, the military of Nigeria is no longer in the hands of the Nigeria government anymore. So my question to those of you that are watching us is, nígbà wo gan la fẹ́ gbọ́n láti mọ̀ pé Nigeria is not for us? Again, this is a test transmission, but we decided to just put it into a full transmission. So even I'm not running the MixLR on the laptop, because all that is also taking chunk of the system. That is why we need to get more upgrade so that we can be able to do more. But for now, we are still here in the midst of everything. At least people I can see myself. This is the YouTube. I can monitor. That's the I've got that air. So and also the system tells me now, because the OBS, the good thing about this one is it shows the green. So Toba green, that means the transmission is going out very well. Toba show red, that means there's a problem. So what we've done is I disconnected Google phone stand low. Jẹ́ kó run lórí ilé ètò show mọ́ látẹ̀ǹkan. Jẹ́ kó run lórí. Jẹ́ káwọn phones yẹn kó run lórí Wi-Fi inú ilé. Remember that we have a lot of things that is operating in the house. So, but we are speaking with the service provider so that they can increase, the speed and the upload. So that should kick in the next couple of days. But for now, at least you can all watch me wherever platform. I understand that there are feelings about having a country like Nigeria that you believe that it could have worked. Almost everybody, I believe that it was going to work as well. At some point, we all believed that it was going to work. So don't think that you are the only one feeling that pain. People have invested heavily in Nigeria in the hope that it will work. But 61 years, I think we've done enough. Why not let's try something different? Everybody have different nations. We don't have to fight around it. We can come on the round table, dissolve the union, and then there will still be mutual arrangement, mutual agreement, mutual understanding. But the only difference is nobody will be bearing the name Nigeria. It will now be a Yoruba nation, Arewa nation, Biafra nation, Middle Belt nation. I think that shouldn't be a problem. That should not create a fight between all those regions. But what they don't want to do is, they don't want that to happen so that we can be now a second-class citizen in a country where the Fulani that are the minority is now superior over the majority. It's not possible. We can't. That union is not going to work. So even if those of you that are saying that your PVC, we will get PVC, we will chase, who do you want to chase out? Who? Is it Atiku? Is it Tinubu? Is it Dele Momodu, Kingsley Moghalu, Wike, Yaya Bello? Who among them are you planning to chase out with your PVC? Because everything, every one of you knows that the PVC cannot solve the problem. I saw W. Banky Williams, or whatever his name is. He wants to become the House of Rep in Ethiopia. And that means it will now become more powerful. Yes, you're right. From the look of things, a daft will believe there will be 2023 election. Mr. Rocky, good morning. Good afternoon. It's a new system we're using, you know. I'm getting used to it. It's going to take some time, so bear with me. It's an OBS, Lando Nisin, which is not too bad, you know, but it takes time to set up these things. You know, I'm telling you, an average person outside the world needs internet, but internet has been restricted to millions of Nigerians because of it. So if anybody think that we hate the Hausas, I'm not happy the way Hausas are being killed. How can we say we have a country and then there's millions of our people, even if we are not the same tribe, we're not the same ethnic group, but millions of our people, as Nigerians, as you might want to call them, are living in IDP when they should be living in modern house built by the government and allow them to go in there. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Nasiruddin. Imam Khalid said, my sack is a reflection of how Nigeria is today. Many people have perpetrated all manner of unwholesome acts. And we have a lot of them. Some are pedophile. They are watching me right now. Or they are probably somewhere molesting the young ones. So there's all kind of crimes in a society where it is just too big to monitor where the crime is happening. But the moment we have a nation, we can easily have a strong database that will pin down anybody wherever you are. Tobashe ní Ogun State, if you relocate to Lagos State, we will go after you, we can know. But if anybody commit a crime in Ondo State, they can easily move to Oyo State in a new community and start a new life. Atufeya Ogun State, I might be more repete síbẹ̀. So why do you want to keep Nigeria? For what reason? What is it that you love about Nigeria that you want to keep? Good afternoon, Mr. Taiwo Kike. What is it about Nigeria that you love so much that you want to keep? I appreciate those of you on the Instagram. I can see every one of you. If you want to join through the Instagram, you can let me know. I'll bring you in. Just send a request, especially those of you probably watching on Olayomi Koiki. I might not be able to do so with the one on Koikimedia because there's a phone in front of the other phone, so it will be difficult for me. But if you want to join on Instagram, go on Olayomi Koiki and then send a request. I will bring you in. I will see you, but other people will not see you, but they can hear you. And if you want to call, come and defend Nigeria for me. Why is it that those of you that have PVC are scared to come and defend Nigeria? Vote. If you want to vote for Nigeria, why? I mean, for somebody that says Mofelo vote, Morimbe Baba Michael, Awe, thank you so much for the love. Morimbe Yawa Esther Robinson. Anybody that says I'm going to use my PVC to vote, that means you still believe in one Nigeria. Then come and defend one Nigeria for us on this platform. Come and give us your real argument why you think that your PVC would chase away the bad people and then the good people will come in and Nigeria will be a great country. And you think that there will be unity among all the three tribes, the major tribes. Not that we have three, but the three major ones are Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. So you think that telling about vote and bringing somebody to become the president, then it will solve all these crises, all this problem that we are discussing today. Then come and debate with us. Why not send a request on Instagram on Olayomi Koiki, not on Koikimedia, but on Olayomi Koiki. Go on Olayomi Koiki, send me a message, or you can call. That's the studio number there, +44 74 044 05917. Just call in and say, Koiki, okay, give me 10 minutes. I'll allow you to present yourself. I'm not going to be interrupting you. Just to come and give us the reason why you should disagree with those that are campaigning for the actualization of a Yoruba nation to exit out of Nigeria for the total disintegration. Just come and give me that reason. I'll give you the whole time to do your presentation. I have the time. And if you're watching this broadcast after we've finished it, today's live program, maybe ọ̀la ni wọ́n rí wò, ọ̀túnla lórí wò. At any time, tẹ́ bá bá fídíò ìpàdé, right? Send me an email, call my number, tell me that you will get here and convince everybody that is shouting for Yoruba nation or Biafra nation that Nigeria will still be a prosperous country, and then it will work for me and you. Come and do your presentation. Tell me you need 2 hours. I'll give it to you. Then after your 2 hours, we will then start asking questions. If you can be a question, I'm just going to open the phone line. I will just be the moderator. So you, anytime, whether you are intellectual, it doesn't matter whether you're in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, come and tell me why you think that we can fix Nigeria. With this issue of a country that was marched together by force, because it was not done by our will, because the first ever election was rigged. Again, this is a test transmission. It's just to see how things are working at the moment. So at the moment now, we can only do 2 streaming simultaneously until we get our upload increased by the internet service provider, which I have already told them they're working on that. Remember, we have a lot of gadgets in the house. There's so much things in the house. So uploading a lot of things is dropping down, having a lot of internet. The children are holiday. There's a lot of people that are using different gadgets. There's almost, I don't know, maybe 15 different or 20 different devices in this house. And I'm here trying to get to you, to speak to you, but he can't connect. So hopefully we will get that increase. It's going to cost extra money, but that's fine. Why you have PVC? You can't defend Nigeria. So what is the essence of that PVC? So kill off every PVC. Actually, oh, my 1 vote with your 1 vote will do what? So you think that your 1 vote will do what? I'm asking you. Can you 1 vote in Mashi? Some of you are just 1 vote, kilo fish anything. I don't know. You say you have 1 vote. What is that 1 vote going to do? Your 1 vote will change Nigeria. Okay, by the time you have about 20 million people, then it will just, everybody will just be happy. Boom. Really? I'm talking to those of you that have the PVC now. Okay, you have your PVC or you want to vote. Then that means you still believe in one Nigeria. Then come and tell us. It's not the leadership. The British government forced Nigeria on us. The British Empire forced Nigeria on us. If you want to know that. But they were given opportunity to exit the EU. Their citizens, 16 million British, said they don't want to be part of EU. Not that they don't have access to EU, not that they can't travel to European countries for free, but they still say we want the control back of our borders. We want control back of our legal system. We want control back of who we are as British, not European Union. And they left without a fight. So why is it difficult now for me to say that I don't want to be part of Nigeria, and then everybody is now antagonizing and and pointing finger at us? If the British, we call them the leader of democracy in the world, said that I want to face European Union. Look, not that the British were not having access to go to Italy, any of these European countries that you can think of, Spain, Germany. Look, a British doesn't need a visa to go to any of these countries. All they need is just to have their passport. They can drive there, they can go on the plane, they can go on the train, they can go on the boat. But they wake up one morning and say, we don't want to be part of this country called European Union anymore. This union, we don't. 16 million Brits said that they don't want to be part of it. There was no fight, nobody killed each other. All they did was they did a campaign, which is exactly what we are doing now. Campaign, campaign, campaign. campaign, awareness, campaign, awareness, campaign, educational campaign to give you reasons why we also should now say we don't want to be part of Nigeria. Why must that create a fight among us and those that believe in one Nigeria? Okay, you believe in one Nigeria, then come and give us your argument about one Nigeria and the future of Nigeria. Come and tell me the future of Nigeria. What is going to be the future of Nigeria? Bound on the future of Nigeria, Sheferi, let us again remind you that we are not the only one. Because I'm just going to stand up for just a few minutes. But I want to go back to that audio clip where that Hausa man is now asking for help. He called himself the indigenous people that have been trapped just as we are trapped as well. Once again, this is still a test transmission. So a test transmission is we're live, but it's a test transmission just for me to see what is going on. And I can tell you, I know where everything is now having impact on our broadcast. So far, so good. There's no problem on the YouTube. There's no problem on Koikimedia. What we're streaming on Koiki to do on the phone. I'm on live on the phone, on Instagram, on two, but we are not running the mixer live. At least I know where the problem is now. So let me see if I can find this man. We had this video on. But I think before that, bí a ká gbọ́ bàbá Akintoye nù. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tí bàbá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, máa sáré capture àwọn short video kankan tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀. Because ṣẹ́rí Zoom meeting tá máa ń ṣe yẹn, ó máa ń tóbi jù. So ẹlòmíì lè máa gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá sọ. That is why mi ṣe máa ń sáré mú fóònù mi ti máa ń record tí tó bá ń ṣe program tó bá jẹ́ kí bàbá Akintoye nù. Because tí bàbá yẹn bàbá 87 tó ń jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé Nigeria tẹ́ ń try láti save yìí. Àwọn ti rí Nigeria tán. I mean, if an 87-year-old man, divide that by your age, whatever your age, divide it by your age, are you not saying that this man does not know what he's talking about? Ṣé à ń sọ pé bàbá Akintoye ò mọ tán sọ? Because he was there when Awolowo, the late legend Awolowo, was doing everything. This man, then who ní sìn? He was there. Tí bàbá Awolowo bá wà láyé ni, you'll probably be, I don't know, how old will he be now? So for him to be 87, and Baba de sọ fún wa pé even ìgbà tí bàbá Awolowo tó ń ṣe gbogbo kíní ẹ̀, they were, I mean, I think Baba Awolowo was not even 45 years old when he was the first premier of Western region. So ìwọ nísìnyí 45 years old, ó ṣì ń gbé nínú face me, I face you. 45 years old man, you are still living in face me, I face you. When Baba Awolowo was already controlling Western region. But you are happy. So Davido now, I saw a video of him in his Lamborghini or Ferrari. I don't know whether it's Lamborghini or Ferrari. With so many soldiers. He cannot drive that car without having security around him. And he was throwing money just to divert the attention of the people. Davido will not throw money in UK when he's driving his Lamborghini. DJ Copy will not throw money when they are driving their Lamborghini. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael Coker. Àárọ̀ yìí mo ṣe ń sọ. Ẹ lọ wo fídíò tá a ṣe láàárọ̀ yìí. I was giving you analysis about DJ Copy paying somebody 101,000 naira 86 kobo because the wife is 7 months pregnant. Whereas in this country, you will be paid from the time tí ìwọ àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá jọ ṣe nǹkan nínú ilé tọ́lọ́run wá bí sí tó di ọmọ. Ìjọ́ tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá ti lọ ṣe test, tó bá sọ fún pé oyún wà nínú ẹ̀, níjọ́ yẹn ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún ní free prescription. Wá tún ní kó lọ clean eyín ẹ̀, dentist. Tó bá wá bímọ yẹn tán, after that 12 months, ọmọ tó wá bí yẹn títí tó máa fi pé 16 years old, free prescription. A lot of you are dying now because you can't have access to the basic things of life. And you are telling me that Nigeria will be successful. How? When? You think that your PVC, you will be able to survive in Nigeria another 61 years if we continue with one Nigeria. No, because you all want to be one Nigeria, then we should just allow you to get it going. No, I'm not just arguing. Nobody's fighting anybody. Nobody's killing anybody. We are just now talking to each other intellectual talking. Wherever you are in the world, come and talk to us. Come and give us the reason why you think that me, as a Yoruba man, I must be in a country where it's the same thing with the Fulani or the Hausa or even the Igbo, where I am not respected as a Yoruba man, and where my language might go into extinction, where my land is now being encroached. The Fulani are telling us that God owns the land. Is that the same society that you want to live in? I'm not talking about the flimsy thing. We are talking about the future. I said it yesterday. Do you think that we can keep Nigeria the way it is for another 61 years without making command lano? So why is it that you are now holding on to Nigeria? What is the essence of holding to that country you call Nigeria? Should we end the test transmission? Check our end test transmission. Eh? It's coming up to almost 1 o'clock. Should we end the test transmission? I think we should do. I think it's been good, the test transmission. I think we should end it. But before we end it, I'm going to play that audio. Okay, Money Mofe play it Baba Akintoye Lankan. I'll play it Baba Akintoye. It's a test transmission. I think I've seen where the problems are. So I know what to do when we go live and what not to do as well. I know you want me to keep going pit balls, but I have to end the test transmission. So just bear with me. Let's hear him speak here. This is our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, speaking now.
And we did. One of them wrote a memoir which he called Blue Collar Lawman. Was a young man from Oxford, and he was not sure that the way the British were running the affairs of Nigeria and giving the Yoruba out was a good thing to happen to a country. And he was often grumbling. So he told a story. I have heard him tell the story. He said one day the Governor General, James Robertson, called for him. His name is William Smith.
Smith, yeah.
And the Governor General said to him, Smith, you have problems. Your first is, I hear you have been grumbling that the way we are running the affairs of this country are wrong, are not worthy of a nation like the British, to be trying to twist the political life of a country. Where I say you have a problem, the fact that we appear to be planning to rig the election for the Northerners, the 1959 election, the pre-independence election for the Northerners. Again, you have a problem because you are right. What we are going to do is to enthrone the Northerners as rulers of Nigeria. And you have yet another problem. I have set up a committee to handle the secret operations, the covert operations for rigging the elections. And I have appointed you to chair that committee. He said I was a young man. My first thought when I got out of the office was to go and pack my load and run away somewhere where they would never find me. But I knew the British government would find me, and when they found me, they would kill me. So I decided to surrender. And we rigged the election for the North.
And
he said, and I think he wrote in
1959, Will Smith.
That he can never get over the fact that the British, who are regarded as a civilized people, ruled by a class of well-educated and civilized gentlemen, descendants of great families, who will sit in an office in London and distort the future of a great African country that was coming. I can never get over that.
Hey, bro.
But that was not all. The elections went, and Awolowo became leader of opposition in the federal parliament, and so on. And another leading member of the party was brought home to the premier of the Western region. Then the British saw their chance to move. They must disrupt the party, destroy the party, destroy Awolowo. And I have learned that the original thinking in all the planning for the 1962 disruption of the West.
Okay, I think I have another one. Let's listen to this.
Of prominent citizens. So we don't have the middle belt anymore, but Nigeria has a lot of money now from the oil wells. And we must now systematically use that money to subdue and emasculate the political elite of the South. And the way to do it is when they occupy a position, let them steal as much money as they can, don't ask.
All right, I guess we have a call coming through. Let's allow that to come through. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Koikimedia.
Ekason.
Ekushe.
Awani sir.
Ẹtiri ó sì ń ṣe mí láàánú, ó jẹ́ kí n jẹ́ ìbànújẹ́ ọkàn fún ọ̀tá mi wípé àwọn èèyàn sì ń gbégbé nínú one Nigeria. Now, tí wọ́n bá ń gbọ́ mi sìn, I just want to ask them one question. So, with the situation tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, do they still think Nigeria is still going to exist or still 2023? Now, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kaduna. Tinubu tí wọ́n fẹ́ dìbò fún àbí tí wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé. Tí a bá ti ń dárúkọ Tinubu, kẹ́nìkan máa rò bóyá ATA or anything like that. Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ wa ni, so we are just advising him to come up. Ibi tó ń lọ yẹn ọ̀nà ìparun ni kò láyè fún bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti jíṣẹ́ fún dáadáa. Right? Now, nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kaduna, ó ti lọ donate 50 million fún wọn. Congratulations to Kaduna people or to the Kaduna government. But àtijọ́ tí nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, èèlò ló ti donate fún wọn. Tó máa dáhùn yẹn lọ́kàn wọn. Èèlò ló ti donate. Ìgangan, àwọn èèyàn tó ti jí gbé, wọn ò donate anything. Well, èmi ò fẹ́ sọ wípé, I don't want to say this statement, but I will say it. Tí àwa Yorùbá bá sọ wípé okay, wà fẹ́ wà nínú one Nigeria, which is not going to be possible. Àwọn ọmọ Igbo yẹn ò ní gbà. So I'm just saying that Nigeria is going to definitely come down or end. Nigeria might break. Oh, might break in the situation. Because number one, our Fulani to take over Hausa ní North now. Ṣé àwọn Hausa la fẹ́ máa bá Nigeria papọ̀ ni? A fẹ́ máa bá wọn jẹ́ Nigeria papọ̀ ni? A bá wọn Fulani rather. Really? Are you kidding me? If anybody is there, tó bá ń gbọ́ mi báyìí, àwọn don't believe in one Nigeria. Táwọn Fúlàní la fẹ́ máa bá wọn jẹ́ one Nigeria. Tí dẹ́pọ̀ ti gba Hausa tán, wọ́n ti gba gbogbo lẹ̀ wọ́n ní North kan. From there wọ́n máa bọ̀ ní East, wọ́n tún máa bọ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Another advice tí mo fẹ́ fún àwọn Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ mi ni wípé tọ́rọ lọ sí army or military, tọ́rọ lẹ́lẹ́kejì o, tọ́rọ dáadáa, kọ́ tó lọ sílẹ̀ army or kọ́ tó lọ ṣe iṣẹ́ ìjọba. Àwọn náà fojú rí, eléyìí sọ wípé dẹ̀nsẹ́, wọ́n nìkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní North. Pípa àwọn táǹpà yẹn, àwọn Yorùbá wà nínú wọn o. And they keep their own North. Àwọn North tó wà, North people tó wà nínú military, they keep them there in North. Àwọn ti East àti South lọ síbẹ̀ lọ́lọ́ fún wọn jọ. Báwo sí And let me see this opportunity to sign the petition. Very, very important. Very important. I've signed my family without their consent. They are my family. Me, like I'm sign. No, but whatever my daughter, you must go for your religion. Nothing else. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Koiki,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And try.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó ti gbé wa lọ́pọ̀ tó ọkọ̀ ṣe wá bẹ ní pé ó ti happen.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ọmọ àbọ̀.
Kò lágbára Ọlọ́run àti débẹ̀ already.
Amen.
So Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún wa ṣe. We actualize gbogbo ọjọ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe nínú ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan brother mi.
Thank you. Bàbá wa Akitoye ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́lẹ́ǹkan ní the last video. So I'm just going to rewind it because we lost the 2 minutes. It's a 2 minute 12 seconds. Let's listen to it.
Of prominent citizens. So we don't have the middle belt anymore, but Nigeria has a lot of money now from the oil wells. And we must now systematically use that money to subdue and emasculate the political elite of the South. And the way to do it is when they occupy a position, let them steal as much money as they can. Don't ask about it. Let them take the money. We went and reported to our father that's what we had found. He was astounded. You mean some people are saying that they would buy, and that's what has been happening. I am not saying that human greed is not part of the corruption in Nigeria. It's part of it. But the bigger and more fundamental part of it is the deliberate decision of a section of the country to use the wealth of Nigeria to destroy, subdue leadership, the political leadership of the rest of Nigeria. And it has succeeded marvelously. Look at what our leaders are doing in the Southwest. They no longer rule as Yoruba leaders. They rule as Fulani leaders. Under that kind of leadership, the Yoruba Southwest has been and
All right, so that will be about it on this test transmission. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope to be back later on this evening, and then we will continue the campaign, the awareness, the education, the reasons why the Yoruba must now leave Nigeria peacefully. Thank you so much, everyone. Atumakpada wa later, definitely, so that we can continue, as well. Have a very good afternoon, and bye for now.
Our story, the story of the Nigerian youth. As a child, I was told I was lucky to be born a Nigerian. I was told that my land flowed with milk and honey and that we were the giants of Africa. I was told that we represented the black race and that my country was on the path to greatness. Some of my schools had doors, windows, and some tables, while some had no doors, no windows, no tables, and no form of electricity. I could hardly hear my teachers over the din of Lagos generator. I was promised books that never came and taught by those who themselves needed teaching. This was my foundation. I started life disadvantaged through no fault of mine. My parents made me promises based on the promises the government made to them. I was told that blackouts will soon be a thing of the past. I was told that water was coming to my area. I was told that the roads in my neighborhood would soon be tarred. I stood under the sun to thank the governor for using taxpayers' money to give my school some tables. He carried me up and in a loud voice said, "This is the future of Nigeria." They all said I was the future, but their actions clearly showed they didn't believe there was a future. As I prepared for university, I found out that no matter how hard I work, that my name, religion, and the part of Nigeria that I came from mattered more than my hard work. My parents never told me that it was more important to buy handouts than to read. They never told me I was the object of my lecturer's affection. They never told me that a 4-year program could take 6 years. They never told me that some of my lecturers were the grandmasters of the confraternities. I was not told that it was easier to save money to pay for whatever grades I wanted than to read for the grades. I am now a graduate despite and in spite of it all. 2020 is here and I am searching for Vision 2020. I guess they never knew 2020 would come so soon. I still don't have water. My roads are still not tarred, and yes, I can still hear the generators humming away. The 5-year-old APC government says I should blame the previous PDP government, so I look for all the umbrella-carrying politicians. But lo and behold, they are all carrying brooms now. What to do? Umbrella or broom? Broom and umbrella. I need a job. This is who I am. I am the Nigerian youth. I am not lazy, neither am I corrupt. I could compete globally if I had the right tools. My Nigerian education has not prepared me for the world in which I live in. I would work if the jobs were available. I would farm if the farmlands were safe, if I had guaranteed off-takers for my produce, or if I had access to processing facilities within my area. I could start an online business if I had access to steady power, good and affordable internet, money to buy a laptop, or access to a techno park with shared services within my district. There are so many things I could do if my government would provide the enabling environment for me to thrive. I have been meaning to tell you that your minimum wage doesn't cover my monthly transportation. You have said that the Nigerian youth will drive agricultural revolution, but conveniently forgot to mention that farmers are being killed every day. You have now promised to enlist 1 million Nigerian youth into the army to fight Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram that was created by a politician who roams the streets of Abuja freely, while tens of thousands have been killed and millions displaced. The same war that other nations use one precision-guided missile to end, while my government shares contracts for the supply of bullets and AK-47s. Daily, I see videos of our troops fainting because they lack water, pushing their armored personnel carriers or protesting one thing or the other. Sorry, but this is not the kind of job I want. I will consider enlisting only when I see your children enlisted and in the front lines. Those of you who created Boko Haram should bring your children back from Europe and America to fight Boko Haram. Your war, their fight.
Kò sì ní pẹ́ mọ́ tí wọn yóò máa sọ fún wa kí a tọwọ́ bọ ìwé Yorùbá fẹ́ dá dúró. Èyí ń referendum ni wọ́n ń pè é. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni yóò tọwọ́ bọ ìwé Yorùbá ń fẹ́ òmìnira. Ohun tí àwọn tí à ń wí yìí fẹ́ gbọ́ ni wípé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó fẹ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú ni wọ́n yóò tọwọ́ bọ ìwé náà. Mo rọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi wípé tí a bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ referendum gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni kó tọwọ́ bọ ìwé ìdádúró Yorùbá. Mo fi Elédùmarè ṣẹ̀rí Yorùbá kò ní ja ogun. Àwọn ògo Yorùbá yóò jí dìde padà sípò. Ẹ kúrò nínú ọ̀jẹ̀lú ọmọ Yorùbá, ilé yá o. Ẹ̀yin rẹ́bẹ̀njẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ sọ pé oko ẹrú Nàìjíríà ló wù yín, ẹ ṣe làákàyè tí ẹ ń jẹ́ kí àwọn olóṣèlú Yorùbá máa forí yín gba pàrọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ìjọba arúmọjẹ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ gbọ́ mi ná, ká kàwé, ká má ríṣẹ́, ìfipábánisùn, ìjínigbé, ìpànìyàn, gbígba owó ìtanràn, ìfi màálù jẹnilóko owó gbọ́múlé láńtà. Hápà ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jí kúrò nínú èdì tí ìsopọ̀ Nàìjíríà kó wa sí. Ẹ jí kúrò nínú èdì tí àwọn olóṣèlú fi ń tàn yín. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a jọ sowọ́pọ̀ ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan kúrò nínú oko ẹrú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú Yorùbá fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá dẹrú ní ilẹ̀ wa ni? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ kí Yorùbá náà tún dàbí Haúsá ní ilẹ̀ ní wọn? Ètò àti ìfẹ́ Uthman Dan Fodio náà ló sì wà lọ́wọ́ tí ìjọba Nàìjíríà tó ń gbèrò àti mú wá sí ìmúṣẹ pé kí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ tàwọn. Ṣé àwọn mẹ́yà tí aláwọ̀ tí ìmọ̀ pariwo bẹ́ẹ̀? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ dìde ẹ ronú. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ dé ilẹ̀ ògo wa. Nígbà tí àwọn Fúlàní gba ilẹ̀ àti ìlú àwọn Haúsá tán ni wọ́n bá fi ara wọn jẹ olórí ìlú gbogbo. Àwọn ọmọ àti olùtẹ̀lé Dan Fodio ló sì ń lo ìgbàdòní ní ilẹ̀ Àrẹwà àti Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. láṣẹ ń ké tantan pé ilé tiwa ti tó lọ àwa ń lọ. ogun ti yí Yorùbá po ẹ̀yin gómìnà ṣé àmà orí adé gbogbo ẹ ò sì fúnra. ewu ń bẹ nínú igbó Yorùbá gbogbo. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọlọ́kadà tí ń bẹ ládùúgbò yín irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. àwọn ṣúṣàìnà ń kọ́ irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. àwọn mẹgáàdì yín gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá irinṣẹ́ ogun ni wọ́n. bí 20 ọdún sẹ́yìn ni mo ti ń ké tantan fún Yorùbá. ẹ̀yin ẹ lọ ra àwọn rẹ́kọ̀dù mi gbogbo Orísun Yorùbá ìkíní ìkejì ìtànlú Ìlọrin ìbínú Odùduwà láti ẹnu Ìdòwú Adékọ̀gà Babárómi. Yorùbá yóò ní orílẹ̀-èdè tuntun. kódà yẹ̀kínì kan kò lè yẹ̀. mo kí Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ ọkọ̀ Dídéolú. mo kí Moshood Kásìmáwò Ọláwálé Abíọ́lá. mo kí Cicero ti ìlú Ẹ̀sà Òkè ọ̀nkú Bọ́lá Ìgè. mo kí ọmọ wọn ní Oǹdó Ẹ̀gì Àbígání ọmọ Fáwẹ̀hìnmí. ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tàtà àsìkò náà ti dé. kò sí ní.